Good afternoon, class again. Firstly, again, welcome to the school of NPSC and NSSP. Today, we will continue with the public administration again for the mains. So, yesterday I discussed about the differences between the public and private administration as well as the development administration. So, today again, I will discuss about two branches of public administration. That is CPF, the comparative Okay, today we will discuss about the other two types of administration which has emerged from the public administration again. Okay, so it's a very important topic. Please listen very carefully. Alright, this is a very important topic from the NPSC point of view. This is a very important point from the NPSC point of view. When I say comparative public administration, something to do with comparison, right? When I say comparison, take the example. You are comparing between two countries, might be India and Pakistan, or might be two persons. Take the example, Donald Trump of America or Narendra Modi of India. Okay, comparison means you are comparing between two things. Might be two administrative system, two countries, two persons in general. But comparison means you have to compare which one is better. That is what we are going to study today. Comparative public administration. We will see what is this comparative public administration. We will also see the importance of comparison. Often asked, 20 marks, 2020 NPSC mains. Comparative public administration came for 20 marks. Too important. Remember, now NPSC will never ask you a direct question. They will never ask what is comparative public administration, or they will never ask the features of a comparative public administration. Their main focus will be the importance, or what is the contributions of CPA? What is the contributions of comparative public administration in today's world, or in today's administration in India or in Nagaland? See, remember, you can never ever expect a direct NPSC question these days. The question has become too tough now. Remember, before it's too late, listen very careful, and after that you go for research. Without research, I don't think you are never ever to practice exam. Because now see, the question is becoming rational and analytical. Okay, critical question has been asked. So the question can be this way. What is the contributions of comparative public administrations in today's administration in India, or might be in the world? Or what is the importance of the comparative public administrations in any part of the world? So, without knowing what is the comparative public administration, without knowing what is the features inside the comparative public administration, you won't be able to answer this question. So remember, listen very carefully. Alright, see, another one more is, we will end up with the new public administration. One more topic is the new public administration, which is also a branches of the traditional public administration. So we will discuss two topics today. Okay, so firstly, we will start with the comparative public administration. Comparative public administration. Remember, comparative public administration, it originates in America in the year 1952. Okay, in America. Remember this, Friedrichs, an American scholar, an intellectual person, is known as the father of comparative public administrations. And this comparative public administration, it originates in America in the year 1952. Okay, so remember, this comparative public administration, it originates in America in the year 1952. And remember, Friedrichs is known as the father of comparative public administration. Okay, so now today we will see what is all about this comparative public administration. In short, I can say comparative public administration is also a study of public administration. Okay, it is also a study of public administration, but on a comparative basis. That's all. Comparative public administration is also a study of public administration on a comparative basis. That's all. Comparative basis. But what are the comparisons that you want to make is too important. Even though comparative public administration, we all know, is a study of public administration on a comparative basis. So what kind of a comparison you're going to make? Okay, the comparison is in this way. Comparative in the sense that you can make a comparison between two persons. The behavior of two persons might be an IAS officer of India with American administrative officers. Okay, the behavior might be the Chinese administrative system along with the Indian administrative system. The behavior, the person working in the administration. Take the example, an IAS officer in India behavior compared with the behavior of Chinese administrative officer. There are some differences, right? We are going to study that. That is what we mean by the on a comparative basis. Okay, what are the comparisons you're going to make? Okay, see the behavior of American administrative system with the behavior of IAS officer in India, or might be the cultural differences. So many differences are there, right? See the cross-cultural differences. Yes, the culture of America is different with the culture of India, or the culture of India is different with the culture of China. We're all these taken into considerations on a comparative basis. We have to know. See, remember, the administrative system in China is too perfect compared with the Indian. Why in India so many corruption? Might be the system is not good, or might be the behavior of the individual, or might be because of culture, right? Because of the cultural process, the administrative system of India might be more corrupted than those in America. American system is too perfect. Why? Because might be the behavior of the American officers are too wonderful. Yes, too perfect. But in India, might be an ESC or an IAS officer, his behavior is just, I'm here to be corrupted or to use my power, but not to bring change in governance and all. So this is the comparison you're going to make. Cross-cultural comparison between, even within the country. Might be you can study administration of Nagaland with the administration of Manipur. You see, Manipur administration system is more perfect than Nagaland. Why? Might be because of the behavioral differences. Might be most of the ECs in Nagaland are having the behavior of just for corruption. Might just drop to join these NPSCs for corruption. Might be he has already joined the service because of this reason. But if you see the behavior of Assam civil servant, if you see the behavior of Assam civil servant, no, if they might be less corrupt than the Nagaland, because the behavior shows that I'm here for governance, I'm here for change, I'm here for development, I'm here to look after the people in general. That's the reason. Might be the administrative system of Assam is more developed than Nagaland. That is the only study of this comparison. So remember, just for basic. Comparative public administration is a study of public administration on a comparative basis. So what is this comparative basis? Might be you can compare the administrative behavior of America with India or with China, or you can study the cultural differences that is here in China along with India, or might be with Pakistan or any other country of the world. So this is known as comparison. And remember, the comparative public administration, it originates in America in the year 1952. And Friedrichs is known as the father of the comparative public administration, and he is a scholar, intellectual person from America. So now we will see the features. Okay, we will see some of the features, and lastly, we will study the importance of comparative public administration. So remember, it originates in America. Too important. Okay, this year you can expect this 2020, 20 marks. So this year, 2023, 2024 men's, you can expect this. Okay, the first features of a comparative public administration is to study the distinctive feature of a particular administrative system. The first features of a comparative public administration is you have to study a distinctive features of a particular administrative system, which means you have to study the particular administrative system of any countries, might be the Chinese, America, Russia, Pakistan, or India. You first have to study, when you're going for the comparative public administration studies, first study a particular administrative system of any country. Okay, so why are you studying? You are just studying because to learn whether that particular system is good or not. Suppose if you feel like some of the features of the American administrative system is good, you can apply that in India. Okay, for that reason you are making comparison. Or else why should you make comparison, right? There are some reasons. Why are you making comparison? For this reason only. Okay, so remember, firstly you have to study any features of a particular administrative system, any country, might be the China, America, or any other countries. That is the first features. Second is, the next important features is to study the factors for the success or failures of a particular administrative system. Too important. Again, you have to know. Suppose in China, the administrative system every time result in a failure. You have to know why. There should be some reason. Or if you go to Russia, the administrative system of Russia is too perfect. Every time the administration system of Russia is too successful. You have to study that. So, to study the causes for the success or failure of a particular administrative system of any country. You have to study again. So now, see, you have to know to study the factors responsible for the success or failure of any particular administrative system in any country. So when you study all these, you know the pros and cons, right? If American system is a successful one, you can implement that in India. If Chinese administrative system every time results in a failure, don't take that. You throw away that one. Okay, you throw away that one. So that is what makes you perfect. That is why without research, you will never grade NPSC. I'm telling you, you have to go for research, comparison. Which coaching center is the best? Yes. Which methods is the best? You have to know that. Like that, you see. You study a particular administrative system of any country. America, too wonderful, too perfect. Okay, adopt some features, adopt them. In Russia you go, you study the Russian administrative system, but it is not that good. It ends up every time in a failure, so you throw away them. Okay, so that is all about what we mean by the success or failure of a particular administrative system. So anytime you can study this. So these are some of the features. Last. To study the strategy of administrative reform. To study the strategy of administrative reform. Again, the last features. To understand strategies of administrative reform. Yes, obviously. Why you are studying all this? Why you are making comparison? In order to reform your administrative system, right? So you have to study the strategy. There are some good strategies in some countries. Okay, see, American system is too wonderful. American administrative system is too wonderful because might be their strategy to reform the administrative system is too powerful or too wonderful, too perfect. So you study that. Any other countries, if it is good, implement it. So to study the strategy of administrative reform is another important features of comparative public administrations. Okay, so you have to study the strategies of administrative reforms of any countries, and if it's good, implement in your countries. Last features. Last features, okay. Cross-cultural differences in administrative behavior. Remember this. You have to study why the administrative behavior of India is different with the administrative behavior of America or any other countries. This is also a feature of a comparative public administration. You have to know. See, we all know we are all from different countries, right? You are from Russia, I'm from India, you are from Chinese, you are from America, you are from Australia. So we all know we have our own culture. So our behavior, administrative behavior, is going to be differences. So you have to study all this. You have to study the cross-cultural differences. Cross means across the country. Outside your country, you have to study the administrative behavior of any other countries. So when you study all this, you come to conclusions. Okay, coming to conclusions, the behavior of officers in America is different with the behaviors of India, and they are too wonderful. They are the most skillful. Why? Because might be their administrative system is too perfect. Yes, the training is good, might be the salaries is good, or might be the education system is good. So all this you have to study, and when you have a cross comparison, you take the best out of it. You will never go for the worst one, right? I'm giving you so many examples. See, there are so many coaching centers in Nagaland. We have an Excel coaching center, we have university, we have the school of NPSC, NICSC, but you have to compare the notes and all, right? You have to know the just like the educational system which is provided, which one is the best. Only then you are going to take it. Only when you make a comparison, you will take the best. Like that, you have to study all this, the behavior of the person. You have to study the administrative system, whether it's a successful one or a unsuccessful one. After that, you come to conclusions and you take it. So with this, these are some of the features. So now, at the end of the day, conclusions, I will give you the importance. When you make this comparison, what are the benefits that you're going to get? Okay, this is more, see, the features is less important than the importance. Now, the importance of the comparison is too important. What is the significance of this comparison? Importance of Importance of comparative public administration. Now, see, now the NPSC question will be this way. What are the benefits that you get when you make a comparison? Okay, what is the outcome? After making all this comparison, what is the use of comparison? There should be some reason. There should be some reason, right? There should be some reason. When you make a comparison, I know some good things have to come up. So let's see what are the importance of making this comparison. I'll give you a list of 4 points. So if it comes for 20 marks, you first start with what is comparative public administration, where does it originate, the fathers, after that some features, and these 3 features you write down, and conclusions you can give the importance. Okay, this is how at least out of 20 marks you can expect at least 13 to 14 marks. Okay, this is how in comparative public administration you score high. Remember, if you leave 150-20 marks, you are out of the competitions. I'm telling you, you cannot leave comparative public administration. Most probably, if you know the theories and all, the concept, it's very easy. Because it's 50% it will be all the day-to-day life. Okay, you're going to use it. Not directly, it's all, you're never going to use it as an ESC, TSP directly, but in some part, indirectly, every day you came across this. That's why it is too important. Okay, importance of comparative public administration. Number 1. The first importance of the comparative public administrations is that the comparative studies, please write it down, okay, I'll just give 4 points. The importance of these comparative public administrations. Please write it down. Number 1. The comparative studies in public administrations helps in understanding how one particular administrative system react to a particular problem or situation, thereby creating example for the rest. See, one more, I'm repeating once more. First point, the comparative studies in public administrations helps in understanding how one particular administrative system react to a particular problem or situation, thereby creating example for the rest. Very easy, just remember. The first point is all about this. How by studying the comparative public administration, a particular administrative system is how a particular administrative system react to a problem. You see, take the example. We have 17 districts. Take the example, Noklak. Noklak is a far off land, right? Bordering the Myanmar, and also there is a problem in Noklak district. Might be law and order, border issues. Now, the first thing is the administration. Administration has to react to the problem, right? But without studying, without the trainings, without the research, without comparison, just if you apply the problem, I don't think, if you just apply the force, no, you're never going to create any result. So that's the reason, by studying the comparative public administration, you have comparison between so many people, so many countries, so many trainings have been taken up. So, easy now. By studying the comparative public administration, in short, a particular administrative system is able to react to a problem and you're going to solve it. That's all. That is what we mean by the first important point. You see, the comparative studies in public administrations helps in understanding how one particular administrative system react to a problem and situations, thereby creating example for the rest. Which means, see, if the Nogla administration was able to solve the problem very easily, now another district will take the example of the Nogla district, right? After that, it will go on like that. So this is important. You have to make a comparison. When you make a comparison, now you see a particular administrative system is every time ready. There is a problem. We all know the issues is going to come up. As an ESC, you are to tackle the issues. So the problem is coming up. So now you have to rank. You have to rank it. Who will first go? It is the administration, right? So as an ESC, you're going to lead it. That's the reason we are studying all about this. That's the reason it is too important. Number 2. Comparative studies further helps in finding out how and with what modification the administrative structure of a particular country can be successfully transplanted in another country given their different cultural settings. You see? Second point. Comparative studies further helps in finding out how and with what modification the administrative structure of a particular country can be successfully transplanted in another country given their different cultural settings. I will read once more. Comparative studies further helps in finding out how and with what modification the administrative structure of a particular country can be successfully transplanted in another country given their different cultural settings. Too important now. See, similar with the first point. You are going to set up an administrative system, right? But without comparison, you cannot just set up an administrative system in a particular country. So, by studying all these comparisons between two countries, you are able to set up a new administrative system in a particular country, leaving their cultural differences and all. So, when you make this comparison, after this, you want to set up a new administrative system in a particular country or in your subdivisions or in your state. Very much possible. You can easily set up. That is what we mean by the second point. And one more point. Comparative analysis further contributes. Comparative analysis further contributes in highlighting which of the environmental factors helps in the promotions of administrative effectiveness. Comparative analysis further contributes in highlighting which of the environmental factors helps in the promotions of administrative effectiveness and which administrative structure functions more successfully in what type of environment. Once more. Comparative analysis further contributes in highlighting which of the environmental factors helps in the promotions of administrative effectiveness and which administrative structures functions more successfully in what type of environment. So one more, the last conclusion is in this way. You need an environment where you want your administration to be successful, right? So see, what I meant to say is that because of this reason, because of comparison, you have compared between so many countries, right? So you come to conclusions that which particular environment is too wonderful to achieve a successful administrative system. So easily now, when you study the environmental system of too many countries, you come to conclusions that okay, that particular kind of an environment will be good in that particular situations. That is what we mean by the last point. See, which environmental factor will be helps in the promotions of establishment of a particular administrative system. You see, what kind of an environment is the best to set up an administration system? So by all these calculations, you came to the point that this comparison is too important. Without comparison, you will never improve. You see, take the example. You got 100 marks in the NPSC prelims, but your friend got 120. Why he's getting 120? You have to know. There should be some reason, right? You have to compare. I'm getting only 100. We are from the same coaching center, but I'm getting 100. He or she is getting 120. There should be some reason. There should be some reason. So by studying all these, we come to conclusions that we can make some comparison. Which one is the best? You remove it. Which one is the better? You implement and you use it. That is what we mean by comparison. So comparative public administration has emerged almost the year 1950 in the city of America. Okay, America. So this can be expected this year. So firstly, know what is comparison. Comparison means comparison between two countries, or might be between two persons of the world. Yes, or might be even within the same country. You can compare between the same countries, within the state of Rajasthan with the state of Maharashtra, the state of Rajasthan with the state of Nagaland. The administrative behavior, the cultural differences, the failures, the success of the... See, why in Nagaland the administration every time feels in a failure, results in a failure? There should be some reason. You make a comparison, cross-cultural comparison. But if you go to Rajasthan, the administrative system of Rajasthan is too perfect as compared with Nagaland. There should be some reason. So all this by making comparison, you come to conclusions and you take the best. This is what we mean by the comparative public administration. It's an easy topic. Okay, it's an easy topic. Exact year is 1952. 1952 is the year where the comparative public administration emerged in America. And Frederick is known as the father of comparative public administration. So with this, we have ended up this small topic. And nextly, we will discuss with the new public administrations. Next topic, and this will be the last topic. Okay, class, we will study one more topic, okay? Known as new public administration. So, by the term new public administrations, it means it's an administration which has emerged out of the public administration. New means just like it's a new branch of public administration, okay? And it emerged in the year 1960. New public administrations is an administrations which originates in America in the year 1960 around 1960. And Dwight Waldo is known as the father of the new public administration. Remember this. Dwight Waldo is known as the father of the new public administrations. And now we have to know why have the new public administration emerged? Okay, for what reason? Why suddenly I get new administrations? Because of dissatisfactions with the public administration. Just remember one point. Why new public administration emerged in the year 1960? Because of what? Because of one reason. Because of just like dissatisfaction with the public administration. Okay, we all know public administration was all about hierarchy. See, hierarchy, right? Control, right? Hierarchy means the tight control, the red tape, no transparency, no accountability, not responsive to the people. So no, people are dissatisfied. No, we need a new kind of administration which will be more responsible to the people. That's the reason new public administrations emerged in the year 1960 against the reactions of the traditional public administration. So new public administration is anti-positivist, anti-technical, anti-hierarchical reaction against the traditional public administration. Okay, this is too important. What is this anti-positivist? Anti-positivist means, first thing you have to know who is an anti-positivist. New public administration is anti-positivist, anti-technical, anti-hierarchical reaction against the traditional public administration. Anti-positivist means these are the group of people who wants to study the world in terms of research and investigation. That means through scientific methods. In short, positivist is a person who wants to study the world through research and investigation, through scientific methods. But no, new public administration is not like that. It is anti-positivist, which means if you want to study the world, you have to study the society in general. You have to go for experience. You see, this is the difference. For positivists, no. He will study the world through research and investigation, through scientific methods. He will never go for the field work. He will never go the experience of the people in general. But for the anti-positivist, he will go for research in terms of just like he will study the society in general. In short, anti-positivists are a group of people who will study the world or the society through experience. Okay, he will go to the field level and they will study the problems, the issues. Remember that. Next is anti-technical. Anti-technical means not through machines, human resources has to be used. See, public administration was all about giving orders, right? Through technologies and all. But no, for new public administration, you have to visit the place, the village, the person in general. You have to go for human interconnections. In short, anti-technical means you have to go for human research and human interactions, not through machines and through technologies and all. No, you have to study, you have to work with the people in general. Last is anti-hierarchical. Yes, hierarchy means control, right? You don't need control. Hierarchy means control. So no. New public administration is not like that. It is not like that. New public administration is not like that. It is more flexible, accountable, transparency is there. The boss will give power to the lower organ. In short, new public administration is an administration where they will give more power to the people in general and to the subordinate officers. You do your work. You have more freedom. You have more responsible. And I will be also responsible to you. Okay, more flexible, accountable, transparency, coming to office at the right time, freedom is given to the people in general, so more flexibility is there. Decentralizations, or we can say a kind of a flexible government, where the government is very much open, not just controlling the people, no orders, no, that is not like that. So, new public administration, Dwight Waldo became too famous in the year 1960 because of this reason. New public administration is an administration which really wants to work for the people, serve the people, solve the problem, and every time ready to change the society in general. So now today, we will study some of the principles, which is the features which is associated with the new public administration. New public administration. Social equity. The first features of a new public administration is relevance. Relevance means you have to finish the projects, the schemes. You have to finish the projects, the schemes at the right time with the given money. Okay, suppose the government of Nagaland. Suppose the government of Nagaland has given you 1 crore to finish a project. So you have to finish the projects within by 1 crore. That is all about the public administration. Okay, before, but now relevance means no. Before you announce the project, before you release the scheme, first you have to study the problems before you give the project. This is very important. You have to study realistically. It demands meaningful studies towards the realities of social life. Very important. Relevance means before you formulate a scheme for that particular subdivision, you have to study the problems. Okay. First study the problems. After that only, you give the schemes. Or else you might give 2 crore, 5 crore, but no, without knowing the problems, what is the people of the Noklak are facing, what are the problems which is faced by the Mon district. Without knowing, if you just give the schemes, I don't think that will have any meaningful results. So, relevance means before you announce a scheme, first study the problems of that particular problem. After that, you give the money. Not just finish the projects with economy and efficiency every time. Finish the project with 1 crore. You have it at the right time. No. Who will do that? What kind of a benefit you're going to get? No. First study the problem. After that, you announce 5 crore, 10 crore, or 20 lakhs. It's okay. But first know the problem. That's why field work, field study is too important. That's why first study the problem of that particular village. Only then you announce the scheme. So relevance means before giving the schemes, you first study the problems of that particular subdivisions. That's all. Change means as an ESC, as an IS officer, as a BDO, you have to bring a change in your subdivision. That's all. Change means bring a change in your subdivision, in your village, or might be in your circle. You have to bring a change. Next is social equity. Social equity means you have to work for the weaker sections of the people, like might be uneducated people, poor men, yes, widow, children, women's empowerment. Yes, you should become the champions of the poor people. That is what we mean by the social equity. And the last is the client focus. Okay. The client focus means it means you don't just give schemes and projects to the people, but give them a choice. What kind of schemes, what kind of a project you need. Client focus means, the last one is the client focus. Client focus means don't just give schemes and projects to the people, but give them a choice. What kind of a scheme you want? What kind of projects you want? Okay, because it's for them. They have a problem, so give them a voice, give them a choice. What kind of a schemes, projects you want as an EAC, as a director, as a secretary? That's the only thing. Okay, so we'll end up with all this. This is known as the new public administration, which is more responsive, which is more reactive to the people's problem, which is truly wants to work for the people in general. No other option. Study all this. Okay, so these are two important. This is very important from the NPSC point of view. So you are sure you will have a great time. So see new public administrations. If you have any doubt, you can just ask. Okay, and this is where you can score good marks. And best of luck. Tomorrow also I will continue with the last topic, new public management perspective. Okay, similar with the new public administrations. So just remember one point. All the administrations which emerge after public administrations are the sons and daughters of public administration, and all the administration which will emerge from public administration will be more flexible, accountable, and responsible to the people. Not like the traditional administration. Traditional administration means the real public administration, where the main focus is on law and order, control, hierarchy. Yes, not responsive to the people, but these are type of administration which is more accountable, responsible to the people's needs. So with all this, remember, as an EAC, as a BDO, as an inspector, within these 4 or 5 months, you are going to be an EAC, a TSP, So you have to be responsive to the people, or else people will chase you out. You might be suspended, or your career might not be a good one. Okay, so remember all this. With this, I'll end up with this topic. Thanks a lot, class.